I'm Klara Kristalova, and I live in Sweden. I'm being interviewed by SF MoMA on Skype. One of my big themes, it's like the growing up thing. When you're maybe 10 or 12 years before you grow older, you have this total liberty. So you can do really whatever you want. You are not restricted. You still have a strong imagination life. Then later you have to cope and relate to all kinds of rules, how you should live your life and appear and act and everything really. And you could choose not to, but it was very hard not to. I think I lost a lot of time having to adapt to ways I didn't like or sympathize with. And my idea is no one should have to do that. I'm not sure, but I have the feeling that girls have to adapt more than boys. For girls, it's you have to adapt a lot. And I wish I wouldn't have done that, but I had no choice. To say something about the body of work in this show, it would be easier to say something about each piece, because we took some of my favorite pieces, really. Kukushnik is a toy I had as a child that was like my cuddling toy, and I don't have it because I lost it in a fire. So I only have it in my imagination. I remember it as a favorite, and even the feeling of the felt that it was made of. But I was thinking that it was like a friend or someone who can help you, but at the same time like something scary, something that could turn into something else. When you're a child, reality and fantasy mixes up. It's like you don't know really if the animals are alive or not. You can't be sure. The Owl Child, that was really inspired by an ad for a horror movie. You could see the ad in the newspapers where it was like a mask made of some kind of cloth. It wasn't really an owl. And then I read about the horror movie because I never watched them. I'm too I get too scared. And I get a lot of inspiration from these images that are advertising them. And then I was thinking about this a little child going to a dress-up party or something, and you don't know if it's just a mask or if it's someone turned into something else. It's a bit scary, but not as scary as the ad. I was not really thinking it would be like a figure in a horror movie. It would be more like a child becoming something more than a little sweet child. And it has also to do with the growing up theme.